Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
When you look beyond the darkness, tell me, what do you see? It's your boy T-I-N-Y to the P. Yeah, he's looking for trouble here on twitch.tv with Crash or Jade or Spyro or Leon Kennedy. Is there a new game to start? Is he doing some art? Maybe knowledge of an 80s children's show to impart? Cause he's spentiferous, vigorous, rigorous. He's damn vociferous. When arting or Mario Karting, he's straight carnivorous. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boys.
With a great rate of save states debating his fate, Peter's greeted by emotes of cheaters when people donate. Give him a or a and we'll build up the hype, and I'll struggle to read half the words that you type. So are you ready to go? Come on, what will it be? Are we gaming or painting or watching dated kids TV? Grab a bite, crack a sprite, dim the lights, sit tight, cause the stream's about to start and the mics sound right, boy. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boys.
Boy.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another live stream. It's me, Peter Austin from TripleJump, and I'm very excited to be playing some more Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition today. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go. It's Monday and you know what that means. It's a live stream from Master Jedi Peter Austin.
Oh, wow.
How are you, TP? How was your weekend? Loved the new episode of Worst Games Ever. Hope you are having a lovely day.
Thank you, Stephen. Yes, I am having a lovely day. This morning I had a leisurely morning because I had a half day off. I had the morning off work. Had to be in for man. It might not have been a man, but in this case it did turn out to be a man to come round and collect some heavy machinery that we had hired, because I've been landscaping my garden over the, well, not just me, Amy's been doing an awful lot of it as well for the past week or so. For the bulk of it, it's been on and off for a long time. But hey, is this exciting? Is this interesting garden landscaping talk? I am finding it interesting. We had to hire a whacker plate, which is basically what it sounds like. You push it like a lawnmower, but the bottom of it is just a huge, like, steel or iron something plate. It was really heavy, and it goes like that. And it's when you've put, like, sub-bass down, like, it's like gravel, but ugly, and it's not for seeing. You put it underneath what you're going to put on top to provide a solid base, and you have to, like, whack it, and it all, like, locks together with the vibrations. Someone came to collect that. That's what I've been doing this morning, and then just working from home for the afternoon, because I thought, well, there's no point going into the office and then coming back again to stream like within a couple of hours. So there you go. That's what I've been doing for the past week or so. Although on the weekend I did go away to a very nice part of the country, saw some family, did some outdoorsy things, bit of history, had a great time. Primeval says, as a professional gardener, I'm all for it. Well, I should have come to you for tips, Primeval, probably, before I started doing what we're doing. But, yeah. Like gravel but ugly. Oh, it's so me, says Lucy B. Yeah. So, you didn't tell your friend / colleague about the whacking yet? No. Yes. They may know about it. Yes, they do know. I told my friends about the whacking. They know about it. Told them that's why I'm off today. In fact, I don't think I was specific. I just said that there was someone coming to collect a very heavy piece of heavy machinery. So no, they might not know actually exactly what I was doing. But they do now, because I'm sure they are all watching at this very moment. Hey, well, thank you for the bits, Stephen. I'm glad you enjoyed Worst Games Ever. Hey, have you guys seen Worst Games Ever? Have you seen the new thumbnail art that we've got? It's great. I really like it. We've also got an equivalent of Ashton, which will appear in the next Weirdest Games Ever thumbnail, which will be, I don't know. I can't remember if is it the start or the end of the month Weirdest Games goes out. I think it's soon. It's soon. So you'll see that. It's all very cute and lovely. So yeah, thumbnail art is great, says Cully Wooly. Well, thank you very much. We could just launch the game right now, couldn't we? I've given you enough of a long, boring intro chat compressed into a short, boring intro all about garden appliances. So rather than keep on chatting, I'm just going to start the game. You know? Who is this guy? What a maverick. Starting the game within, like, less than 10 minutes. Crazy. Right, switch over here. There we go. Pleb talk, as they call it, yeah. Right, let me unmute it, sorry. There we go. Load. Oh, which of these Ming Tzu shops do we want? That one. So, to catch you up... Oh, goodness me. That's quite loud. But it's for me anyway. I'm going to turn it down at my end, but it should be exactly as it was for you on previous streams, so I'm not going to fiddle with it in any other way. 10,000? You know, I'm going to buy... Oh, yeah, I've got him in his Alpha Sections armor now. Very cool. Bewhip from Barley, 89. Resubs for Double H. Well, there he is. He's enjoying the koi carp. I'm going to buy... Oh, I already have bought the animal detector. That's good, because it occurred to me today that there are some animals that I've left behind. There's definitely one at the lighthouse. The little otter that wanders around. Hillis is in danger. So we've been to the Nutripills factory, and we've proven in our latest Iris report that there are dodgy things going on. How's this kid doing? Still don't want to go to the lighthouse? I prefer to stay in the city. I heard there's lots of looters outside the city walls. Apparently they filled their caves with fabulous treasures. Say the Iris password to him. Hey, Jade, you're not one of those terrorists from Iris, I hope. Watch it, or I'll turn you into the Alpha Sections. Oh no. Cheeky bugger. Just invited him to the orphanage and in the lighthouse. In fact, while we're here, we can do a little bit of this stuff. So there was all sorts of little Alpha Sections. I'm not sure what UND dot stands for. I guess underground? I don't know. Can I get him to just go through there and press the button? Or can we? I've forgotten how. Or do you come out of this one later? Yeah, you do, don't you? This is an exit, I think. But yeah, there's various sort of little rooms and extra side missions you can do down here. If I come down this way, I think this is the way into that one that I just saw. You can smash it for me. UND stands for underwear, maybe to remind people to wear them. Indeed, yeah. Wear your underwear on your underquarters.
Where that leads to. Nino told me about this place. The secret storehouse of the Alpha Sections.
Okay, well, press the button, would you?
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
I'm not moving. Be careful.
So these are some fun little like side bits you can do. You know, everyone sort of remembers this game as you know, you can I get in there? The little box there. The wall at the back. You sort of remember the bits where you wander around. Oh. I was seeing if there was a button I could shoot a disc at, but he'll probably do a little zone clearance if... There we go. Yeah, everyone remembers this game for sneaking around the factory and the slaughterhouse and stuff, but... You know, these are just as good, these bits. Right. Let's deal with this man first. hit him in the back. There we go. Got him. So now, is there a way in here? Oh, I can jump down here. And then I can... Oh, got these rats. Harder than the guards to deal with. So you jump up here. I don't think I've ever done this, you know. Kick the box. Anything else? What's in here? Door open. Ah, a set of pods. Brilliant. Well, there you go. That's how you get in there. Throw that kid in the canal, suggests Plushy Lips Jennykin. Yeah, I should. Ungrateful little creature. What have you guys all done on your weekend? What's been going on in your part of the world? Why is my phone buzzing? Okay, no, it's fine. Wasn't sure if it was someone from the office messaging me saying, you do realise that your stream is like quietly in the background playing like really offensive hate speech or something. It's all good. I had a roast dinner complete with Yorkshire puddings yesterday with the fam, says Samuel B. Music. I got a leg infection as you do, says Plushy Dubs Jennikin. I've been sweating, it was very warm, says Lord Brotovich. Rehearsals for my show, says Samuel B. Music. I'm not looking where I'm going here. Ow. Made it. Matty Boosh subscribed by Prime for 6 months now. Thanks for the half a year, Matty Boosh. Saw Spirited Away on stage. It was amazing, says 1 in 100. Or 1 in 100. Wow. I didn't know they did stage versions of those films and stuff. It was very cool. Sorry to you about your leg infection, by the way, Plushy Labs. I hope it gets better soon. Stephen played video games. Spent the day on Sunday with a friend who not seen in a long time. Very nice. What is along here? Is this anything? Oh, some more boxes. See, I'm still discovering things in this game after all this time. Right, press the button. Door opens. And we have to sprint. Ah. Made it. Not a tadpole, watched sports and avoided the news. Yeah. The news has been as good as ever recently, hasn't it? Yeah, Ben definitely can't wait to hear the gardening story. For sure. Scar for Jericho playing games too. I did on the weekend. I read half a sentence and then lost it. My eyes just flickered. I did on the weekend what I do every day recently: study for my massive test. Cooly Wooly, best of luck. Yikes. So I got my pearl. This is a dress rehearsal for the big cinematic piece that comes later, but this is just as good, or almost as good. It doesn't end in the bit that we really like. Oh, I hit the thing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Stun locked. Okay. Oh no! Yikes! Really suffering here. Okay, I think we're here. We've made it. I'm gonna die. Okay, I had a little taco.
Miss Jade, everything all right?
Fine, but we better get out of here before they discover what I just borrowed from them.
Borrowed from them. Jeremiah the Tadpole, thank you for 54 months. I like how this is just a residential zone. Well, yeah, the story is that a bunch of the residential areas have been like just completely taken over by the alpha sections. This guy's still saying the same thing. Sweet cheeks. Doms are everywhere. Been capturing all the Hylians they find. No, he's not saying that anymore. We don't have a pixie section. You come to sign up? Yeah. Go and work out a little bit before then. Right, so I'm actually going to head back to the lighthouse for a moment. Mum's 88th birthday on Saturday. Congratulations to your mum for reaching 88, Ed. Let's go to the lighthouse. Let's go to the lighthouse. A taco. I think you mean a Starkos. Completely different. It's a star taco. That is actually why it's called a Starkos. It's a space taco. So, go and speak to the kids. There's a weird thing that I discovered in this version of the game, but I assume has always been part of the game, where if you talk to one of these kids... What's going on, Jude? You look weird. Where's Uncle Paige? You had to run some errands. He'll be back. Oh no. Trying to protect the kids. Is it this one? Hello, Pablo. You're not going to believe it, but Woof's got... Huh? So if you speak to this kid in particular, at various points throughout the game, he sort of gives you half a story, like little... You learn bit by bit what he's trying to say. But he implies that Woof, the dog, who is inside the lighthouse there, has Jade's camera, I think, is what he says. But, I mean, he doesn't, because I've got it. So for a minute, when I first played this version of the game, I was aware that there are... like camera cosmetics available, like customizable, where is it? Like this sepia vintage camera. But I bought this from a vending machine. But before I'd bought this, I thought, okay, that's how I'm going to end up with this like vintage camera, because I knew that was going to be a feature because it was. I got the seagull. I think I have, because it was mentioned in the trophy guide, the trophy list. It says like take a black and white photo or something, and I assumed, well, that'll be a sort of a sepia camera. So I thought, well, that'll be how we eventually get that camera. There'll be a little tiny extra side quest thing that they've added into the game, where you probably just have to chase Woof again, like I did earlier in the game, catch him, and get a bonus camera from him. But there's no payoff to that whatsoever, and maybe it was always in the original. I assume it probably was. It's just really strange. There we go. He's got some K-Bubs.
Can't play now, okay? Oh, no, Wolf, no!
I mean, with what the kid said earlier, which was just Woof has got ... then sure, like, it makes sense that
Wolf. Give that back to me.
he's got a box of K-Bubs.
You lose, Fleabag. Now give it back.
But he definitely says at some point later something about a camera. So, don't know, it's weird. The fact that was that the first time I've done that? No. I don't know. Right. But there is definitely an animal we need to get, and we need to get it by turning on the shield, strangely enough. There it is, on top of the lighthouse, wandering around. A Yeti subscribed? Is that a Yeti? Oh, it's a dog. Oh yeah, he's called Woof, so I think he's implied to be a dog rather than a Yeti, but he could have been. But anyway, there's only room for one Yeti here, and that... Jesus, camera, come to my voice. And that is you, a Yeti. Thank you for subscribing for 13 months now. That's over a year. Fantastic. So, there it is. Look at him. Lutra erecta, a two-legged otter.
A two-legged otter. Amazing.
Later in the game, spoilers, the top of the lighthouse is no longer here. Something happens and the building is in some way altered. and you can't get that photo anymore. But instead, you can find him like he's like sort of upstairs, kind of hanging out on a balcony or something. We'll see him later. He'll still be there, even if we've got the photo already. So you'll see that later. Here's some early models of some of the characters. This is what Jade used to look like. I mean, you can't really tell from that, but there's lots of images online if you're curious. So while we're here, we've got our M disc that implied that there is a spaceship here, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do exactly what we need to do. This was the clue that was left at the end of the M disc, and if we go to Paige's shoes in my inventory, there's the codes. X7T5. So slide that open. T5. That's one of them. I quite often don't unlock the beluga hanger until a bit later in the game. Code accepted. 2 shoes, 2 codes. Is there another picture like that one at your place? Yes, there is. Right by the actual entrance to the hangar. But the reason I'm opening it now, even though I wouldn't normally, is because it sets us off on the treasure hunt.
Now we just have to find where to enter the second code.
We do, it's right here. And I'm sure some of you who are perhaps interested in this game's lore, but maybe don't have a copy yet, or aren't necessarily wanting to spend money on a copy, G4D5, may at least be intrigued by the treasure hunt. So I can show you that, because it is actually really interesting. I keep my passwords at the bottom of my shoes as well, so especially Lebstjenikin. So now a big red button. We press it. It did look a bit like a porg, actually. Last chance, Ches. Actually, it looks a lot like a porg. I never really made the connection, but you're right. There she is, the beluga. I'm not gonna lie.
20 years? Paige, you've been hiding this from me for the past 20 years.
I'm sure he was just trying to protect you.
Not gonna lie, I'm not really a fan of the beluga's design. At least not when it's on the ground. I mean, even when it's flying, I think it's a little bit wink-wonk. But, you know, whatever. So, here's the M disc, Paige's report. Whoops, well, this is not the M disc. This is the thing I was going to try and pick up later. This is a brand new item that did not feature in the original game. It's a knife. It says Nox on it. It's a well-used rusty knife displaying an intriguing inscription on the handle, an unusual name, and what looks like a code. W8J4. So, Nox. And a little skull and crossbones on the end there as well. This knife belongs to Nox the monkey from the trailer to Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game that's not even out yet. And the code, which I've immediately forgotten, opens this first chest here. What is it? W8J4. So this chest is not normally... This wasn't in the original game. W8J4. And inside here, we have the first collection of treasures. So, we have this, which is the next item. It's a pair of child-sized goggles made for piloting spaceships. Too small for an adult-sized head. And also on these, another code, which we'll need later. But as well as that, this, which tells us where we need to enter that code.
Okay, digitalization terminated.
That is a picture of the sort of the overall location where we need to go, which is the Black Isle, if you don't recognize it. And within the Black Isle, we need to go there, which I happen to know is the area where you pick up Paige's spanner thing the Barranco D53. So that's where we're going to head to input the second code. And if you remember, in the first live stream I did of this anniversary version of the game, we did find that chest. And I said, we can't open it yet. We need to do something else to find the code first. And then also, the most intriguing and interesting part of this treasure hunt, well, the items are pretty cool as well, but each chest has one of these in. A new M disc that was not in the original game. It's called About Knox. And we have an M disc reader over here somewhere. Let me grab this one too. The Beluga Checkup. Where is the reader? Oh, we can go into Page's workshop, in fact. There's not one here. A knife! Yeah, new content. It's all very exciting. The Beluga looks nothing like a whale. No, you're right. It doesn't. So let's look at About Knox. A message from the past about the heart of the Garda. This is all completely brand new content made for this game. Very exciting. And there is actual effort that's been put in. There is voice acting and artwork. And new music.
All right, Paige. I trust you'll keep these M discs safe for Jade. And know when the time is right to tell her about us. To show her these drawings I made, so she can see her pirate family as I see them. You're much more reliable than a certain chimp we know, eh? Reckless, he is, but that's Knox for you. Lost count how many times we found him passed out in the crow's nest. Wouldn't really have it any other way, though. He always has your back. Getting us out of jams is, well, as much as he gets us into them. And no one made Jade laugh more than him.
There she is, little baby Jade.
Me and Jade was just playing around, Dax, he'd say. Only he could get away with calling me Dax. I'm sure we'll
Is that a grenade falling out of his pocket there?
Comes down to it, though. Knox was the heart of the Garda. A rebel to a fault. When you tell Jade about him, tell her about all the fun times they had. Tell her about how he showed her to see the good in people. All kinds of people. And Paige, remind her, despite what Knox says, that rusty blade he gave her for her birthday is not to be used as an eating utensil.
There we go. That is the first of 4 or 5 of those M discs, which is super fun. A really fun little extra, and implies that they do still care about the sequel or the prequel that they're making. I mean, maybe we'll see. How do you feel about the swears in the trailer? It gave me the ick, says Plushy Labs Janikin. Ben Potter, if you ever asked him how did Peter react to the Beyond Good and Evil 2 reveal, I was actually at Ben's house and we were watching E3 together. He has a photo of me looking like this, like kind of, because I sat through that trailer not even realizing it was Beyond Good and Evil related until the end. I thought it could be, maybe, but like, nah, this can't be, this won't be. Incidentally, here's the Beluga checkup. It's basically saying the depth stabilizers and octo combustions are okay, but the flight stabilizers are missing. We've got one, and we need to buy another from Mamagos. The stellar motor is missing, so we can't get into space, but who needs to do that, right? Not me, but you can buy one from Mamago. Oh no, the battery's running out. So one of the flight stabilizers is on the desk. I've got an email. Who's that from?
Jade, I heard that you're still looking for pearls. Come by and see me. I'm still in the same place. Pedestrian district before the fountain.
Nori. I thought I'd bought her pearls, but maybe she's got some more. So over here is one flight stabilizer.
Well done, Yeet.
There it is. Even that looks really nice compared to how it used to. And you just pop it in here, which seems safe. You know, you really want your flight stabilizers to just be sort of hanging out on the outside of the ship. I'm not going to do it but if you get into the ship and try and take off, it sort of gets about 10 feet off the ground and then wobbles and then comes back down to the ground. So we need to go and get some more flight stabilizers. We do have a fair amount of pearls, but I don't think we've got quite enough, given that we need to spend our current pearls on something else. Yeah, so at the time, on my first viewing, I was like, what is this? This isn't Beyond Good and Evil. Then it became... Because at the time, they weren't saying that it was a prequel. All the characters were new and different. Dakini, as she's called, who was the person who was voicing that M-disc we just watched, looked a bit like Jade, but clearly wasn't. And what I thought they'd done was a Prey, or Prey 2, if you want to get serious about this. I thought they'd just used the name and basically completely reinvented the universe, because there was no mention in that first trailer of Doms or Alpha Sections or Iris or Jade or Paige, any of that. Hillis even, System 3. If you looked really closely, there was on the M disc it said System 4, I don't know which system it is. So here we go, the 1/3 of a triple jump kit is what we need, and there's the flight stabilizer. It's not actually, you can't see it there, it should be sitting in that shelf, but hopefully that's not a glitch. Oh, I could actually buy it. Oh, okay, does the game try and stop me from... Okay, we do have a save. What happens if I try and buy this?
We don't got no more flight stabilizers, Jade. That Dom's meteors destroyed our stock.
That's to stop you accidentally spending pearls that...
Don't worry. I ordered some more. I'll send you an email as soon as they get here.
Great. Do you think it's like as soon as I've bought this and left? Is that when you're going to send me the email? But yeah, it's to stop you spending 15 pearls on this and then needing 15 pearls to buy this. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. So I thought it had been Prey/Prey 2 is how I felt at the time, partly because of the swearing. You know, that didn't feel quite sort of... It didn't seem to fit. I still feel like the swearing is unnecessary. But, you know, I can cope with it, I suppose. I care so little about that, comparatively speaking, when all I really want them to do is make the game, you know? So if they have to make it with some swearing in it, I'll take it. So we can now do 1/3 of a triple jump. It's very exciting. There is a whale swimming around over here, which we may or may not have got the photo for already.
Is in the 3rd racetrack of the slaughterhouses, Miss Jade.
It is.
Straight ahead.
Aha!
What? You found it? I was convinced that it was simply an old fisherman's tale.
They are pirates, so it makes sense that they swear. Indeed. Like, just, they swear like sailors. That was Peter's silent pose for the rest of the show after that trailer showed. Yeah, oh, is this an email saying...
Johnny, Double H. Nino was able to download the old plans of the slaughterhouses. Apparently, the 3rd racetrack of the championship...
Yeah, as everyone keeps telling me, you can get into the slaughterhouse through the racetrack. It's fine. Thank you, everyone, for that information.
Look at that. Another boat sunk by the Dons.
Right, what I'm going to do first is go and do races 1 and 2. I don't think you actually have to. I think you can just go straight to races 3 and 4, and it's like, as long as you do all 4 of them, then that's how you win the championship. Oh, in fact, while we're here, let's just hop in here. I think this is one of the looters' cabins. Yeah. Are you a sailor if your ship is in sky and not water? Well, good question.
Look out, Miss Jade! Looters!
Looters!
Don't let them get away, Miss Jade! Close call.
You don't actually need to ask Ben tomorrow. I've already told you. This is the story. I'm sure Ben hears enough about Beyond Good and Evil from me at the office day to day without you guys asking, hey, how did Peter react when he saw the Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer?
Quick, the door's closing! Yeah!
But yeah, so that was the first time I watched it. And then I did a little bit of reading on, whatever information they'd released, and it became apparent that it was a prequel, and that immediately quelled a few of my yikes. Can I make it? Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, so some of my fears were put to rest there, thinking that it had just been completely rebooted into something that shared a little bit of like imagery, like rhino men and spaceships and M discs, but was otherwise completely different. If the swearing wasn't there, I wouldn't miss it. I certainly don't think it's a great new addition, but yeah, I can take or leave it, I suppose. Now I know I've got one of these, but I think there are two. Oh, well, I think I've got that one. In fact, we've got an animal detector now, haven't we? So I can just scroll down. Oh, I have not got that one actually. Okay, well, I'll get it later. It's fine. Let's crack on. Because not that it really matters, but the thumbnail I did for today's stream. Yeah, I know. Everyone wants to know this. Everyone wants me to do this. Yeah, the thumbnail I did for today's stream comes from the cutscene that happens at the very end of the entire slaughterhouse section. So ideally, I need to finish that today to make the thumbnail relevant. No, I'm going the wrong way. This way. We are going to do the first two races though, because you win a pearl each time anyway, so that's useful. And 1,000 credits as well. It's all worth doing. For the third race. We're not ready for the third race. That's a glitch from the old game. Indeed.
The whips, the weak, and the wusses still have 3 more seconds to get the hell.
Wait, have I already done this? Did I do this on a previous? I've played this so many times in the past month that I forget what I've done on each run. Well, we'll see when we get to the end of it. Or I could just... how do I... I think you did this on stream. Yeah, I think I did. Looter's Booty. Hillion's Donations. Reaper. Oh, maybe not. I feel like I did this recently, but then I can't find evidence for... No. Oh, I don't think you did this on stream. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like I've got the pearl, so... It's just the fact that it said record 59 something, but maybe that's just the track record. I think there's a leaderboard for each track of like AI times, so it's fine. It doesn't look like I did it. But yeah, I've played this 3 or 4 times since it came out. Obviously I did my main run where I stopped and smelled all the roses. I did my speed run. Indeed. And now I'm playing it again on stream, and I did a little sort of midpoint load up of a manual save to get back to like halfway through the game to do a couple of trophies. Here we go. There's a pearl. And there's some money. Double H stands for double hubris, yeah. He used to say that line the entire thing, and then it would count down 3, 2, 1, and they've clearly intentionally made it so that you get straight to the race rather than listen to that every time, which is fair enough. Camera seems a bit close to the hovercraft here. Oops, I'm missing all the boosts. I do actually find these races a bit easier to do once you've got the jump ability. It doesn't make you go any faster, but it just gives you a bit more control over sort of tight corners and things. Oh! A double Carlson and Peters there from Double H. What is with the camera? We're definitely a bit close to the hovercraft. I mean, it's fine, but maybe it just does this in the races. Get out the way. Yeah. Jade apparently is.
Carlson and Peters.
Indeed. Jade is the only one who's allowed to shoot at the other competitors, seemingly. Maybe because she's the little rookie, it's permitted. So some of the people I'm racing here are actually, well, I think all of them probably are. You can encounter them in the pedestrian district. So Rufus, one of the shark people, not the one who plays the disc game. Seven, who's the girl who sits next to Rufus. In fact, I think the one in front of me right now is Rufus. I'm not quite sure, but...
We're gonna do it! We're gonna do it! We're gonna do it!
We are.
Bunch of losers! They're all losers, Miss Jade!
Indeed.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Unbelievable, it's a little rookie.
Nothing but amateurs, Miss Jade. Nothing but amateurs.
It's another pearl. Oh, they're sponsored by Mamago. Thank you, Stephen, for the 100 bits. Carlson and Peters to you too. Right, so that's race 1 and 2 done. I'm now going to head to race 3, but we're not going to...
for the third race.
Indeed.
Having a hard time keeping up, Miss Jade.
They are. I'm now going to head to... well, actually, first I'll just quickly... Once you've unlocked the jump ability, you can jump over here. And there's just some fun little extra canals to explore. All with the sole purpose of getting this one pearl at the back. But, you know, it's just... This really interested me as a kid. Like, I didn't spot this until... You know, the first time I played through this, I did not get 100%, I don't think. And so it was only on, like, later playthroughs that I was like, oh, man, look at all this little... These little streets and stuff that have been designed. Really nice detail here. I do wonder if this door used to open. This is like, you know, old content. Cut content, perhaps. Oh, rest in peace, cut content, am I right? The show made out of necessity. When we couldn't shoot stuff together anymore because of COVID. Right, so behind the lighthouse, this is where the races are, so let's head this way. Is this Venice? Well, yeah, it basically is. Ubisoft Montpellier, in a lot of their games, are inspired quite heavily by various Mediterranean countries and cities. They talk about it in the gallery mode of this game. You can learn about some of their design choices, and they do talk about... is this right? There we go. Yeah, one of the things they say is that they were heavily inspired by various places on the Med, such as Venice. They don't specify Venice, but it's quite clearly inspired by Venice, in part. There's a photo for... a trophy for taking a photo of the monkey constellation. So if you find it somewhere and then you take a picture, I've already got it obviously, but you get that is that constellation is the star system. Oh, the Hawking system. That is the system where Beyond Good and Evil 2 is set. It's not actually set on Hillis or even in this system. Oh, there we go. Let's get this boy. Oh, yikes. Not a good photo.
Okay, I filed the picture.
Wasn't cut content to show that was pre-COVID, just Forgotten Media. No, I believe it was specifically invented during COVID, because the whole point was that we were able to do it remotely. just involved getting people who we knew, you know, various friends in the industry or whatever else, and they could just send us a voiceover. You know, we didn't have to.
We have to look for the secret passage if we want to break into the slaughterhouse.
I should remember because it was my idea, but I'm now thinking maybe it started just before COVID. I don't know. Coolie Wooly says, as someone who lives 15-minute drive from the Mediterranean Sea, I've never called it the Med. So the entrance is just around here. There it is. This is, you know, again, this is like just a really interesting, kind of intriguing thing that, like, you know, who designs a game where in the middle of a race you stop, jump over a secret entrance, and that's how you access one of the missions. I think, you know, there's so much like just interesting, unique stuff in this game. I'm not saying it's a mind-blowing decision to have made, but you know, I really like some of the choices that were made in this game. I think
the old slaughterhouse. We're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, there's a lot of like just unique stuff here. They didn't you know, rely on tropes and tried and tested things. It's pretty tropey in its own way in places, but there's also plenty of fun experimental stuff that they've done.
Well done, Miss Jade.
I really like this sequence, but once you've done it once, you can't do it again. Well, maybe you can do it again if you jump over the slaughterhouse entrance. I don't know. I'll have to try that later.
It's still there.
Bonk. Oh.
Take cover.
There's an episode where Mikey is in the studio with you and Ben. Yeah, well, oh no. Oh dear. Oh, it forced me out. It continued post-COVID, but I think it started pre-COVID, like sort of during COVID. It carried on though for a while.
Almost there.
Because we did one with Joe Hendry as well, which I think was in person. He's now
Splendid picture.
A big famous boy, Joe Hendry. So this thing, if it detects you,
torpedoes, Miss Jade.
It drops torpedoes in, and torpedoes will hit these boxes like that. And you can use either those. Oh no. You can use either those boxes or the torpedoes themselves to destroy these things, which have been put in place to block you from accessing certain areas. So you have to sort of bait a torpedo. Oh, it must have died. I think you're talking about what this game means to me, which started during COVID. Oh, I am, you know? Like, I'm not even... You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't even know my own content. I'm not saying that I understand the difference between the shows. The whole time I have been thinking, oh yeah, cut content, that's the show where we talked about games that were cut. Or, you know, things that you would want to get rid of, sort of thing, straight to hell. But I was still picturing it as being a COVID show. But you're absolutely right. It was what this game means to me. Because the whole point was, yeah, that was never done in person.
We'll never be able to break our way through. I'll blow it to smithereens with a torpedo instead.
You will you? Is Double H driving? Right, here we go. Let's dock. Here's a fun moment from, you know, in Beyond Good and Evil 2, well, certainly in the early days, back when Michel Ancel was part of the project, they talked a lot about scale, how you can be a little person walking around on foot, then you can get into a vehicle, and then that vehicle can like dock with a mothership, and you can be up in space, and you can see the entire planet, and there's no loading zones, and there's all this like, you know, Russian doll effect where you're getting bigger and bigger, and the scale is getting larger and larger. And there is actually there are a couple of moments in this game where that actually, they managed to. They've talked about how, like, in Beyond Good and Evil 2, they want to be able to do things that they weren't able to do in this game. And you can kind of see that, like, the sketch.
17.
That they were able to do, or something they wanted to be able to do was play with scale. And this is one moment here where they did actually manage it quite well in this game, as you'll see in a minute. So we come up here. We fight these boys. Oh yeah, I've got my superpower thing now, so I can shoot projectiles when I do the power attack, which are super useful, especially when we fight guards, as you'll see, because they'll sometimes fly around the back of the guard and hit them in the tank. But we push this open, which also has a nice...
That's the only way, but I have no idea where it will... on to glory!
There's a nice little cutscene there, which hides the fact that the door is mostly opened by... It just sort of snaps open and they just hide it, just to speed up the whole sequence. Then you jump into the hovercraft, and then you hop up here, and, like, I don't know, like a minute ago we were in this, like, quite large area fighting, and now we're in this hovercraft barely squeezing through. I think that, like, it really shows the Russian doll effect. I think that works really well, that little moment. I could do with getting a Mecha Impulsor, really, which increases my vehicle's health gauge. But, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, it's a bit windy. Oh, God, okay. I'll be honest, I've never been a huge fan of the entrance to the slaughterhouse. I like that moment along that road with the big spider robot, but all of this stuff where you have to do various obstacles in the hovercraft, Again, I appreciate there's certainly a lot of gameplay variety in it, but yeah, because there's not really another point in the game where you get to do a lot of interesting stuff with the hovercraft, but I don't know, it can be a bit much, this whole sequence. Okay, so now we're in the main, we're almost there. We just need to break these 3 things. 2 using these metal boxes. If we go through here, we can unlock a shortcut. Bonk. So now we're out in the slaughterhouse entrance area. Thank you, Naked Statue, for the 100 bits. So, TP, are you a Hot D fan? I don't ever know what that is, I'm afraid. I imagine the fact that I don't know what it is, I'm probably not, but you never know. This feels like this used to be a door you could go through, by the way, because, like, there's nothing in there, but when you enter in, the camera kind of pulls out as though it's a doorway, so that's got to be some cut content in there, I think. That's an exit that we come to later. A little shortcut. Oh, Hot D, House of the Dragon. Well, you know what? I liked Game of Thrones a lot, and I don't think that it ended quite as badly. Like, I agree that the ending was rushed, and I wasn't particularly satisfied with a lot of it. I think the thing that bothered me the most, actually, is who got made king at the end. I was like, what? He's done nothing but sit around being weird. Well, I guess he couldn't do much other than sit around because of the accident he had at the start of the game. I don't mean physically he's done nothing but sit around. Why wasn't he moving more? I just mean what's he done?
Great, I can start a backup.
You don't have to be...
Okay, your roll of film is finished.
Yeah, alright.
Good. I'll transfer a pearl to you, Jade.
I'm not saying he had to be... that either he or anyone else had to be an action hero. But if you are going to not be particularly action-focused... There's still things you can do that make you a really interesting character. Like, I really liked... oh, flipping heck, I've forgotten everyone's names now. What was the bald guy called? You know, the kind of, the almost anti Peter Baelish. Viserys? Simon Miller, yeah. Varys. You know, he, for example, as one example, is someone who, you know, he didn't do anything. He sat around all day doing nothing. And I'm not suggesting he could have been king, but I thought he was a really interesting character. I really liked the scenes that he was involved in. That's the way out.
Shawnee, I've located the probable positions of the Alpha's activities. I've added them to...
But, you know, I thought he was just a strange character who didn't help people in ways, you know, he didn't use his abilities in ways that he could have done. He... I don't know. I just found him irritating. Fat-shaming Varys because he wasn't running around fighting. Peter coming in with the ableist slurs. Yeah.
Too tight for me. I'll cover your rear, Miss Jade.
Thank you, Double H. I think I've hopefully clarified that that was not at all what I was making reference to. I think he literally spent his time contributing nothing, even though in his own way he could have contributed an awful lot. He did a bit of warging, and that was it, you know? I don't understand how or why he... You know what, actually, I will say it. I think Varys would have made a better king than he would, because at least he understood the political landscape. I'm pretty sure nobody thinks you're that kind of person, Peter. You're one of the nice ones. Hope so. No, I'm fairly confident that we put that across for the most part, that we are amongst the nice ones. We hope so. I don't know, he did that thing with that bird once.
It to my archives.
He got a DJ killed. I mean, admittedly, I can't remember everything he did. I'm sure there were a few more moments than he did some warging that were useful. But yeah, I don't know. He's not king material. That's my point. He did nothing in that show that made him king-worthy. I guess, at the very least, that's what I mean. He sat around doing nothing kingly. Whereas lots of characters
I'll never be able to do it by myself.
showed their own kind of level of leadership and, you know, kind of... Yeah. He was just a weird guy. So that was the thing that kind of frustrated me the most about the ending. You know, there was obviously there were things with Daenerys and Jon Snow, and you know, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go on balance, but I don't think it was quite as bad as some people did. And they're entitled to think that, and you know, for them I'm sure it was as bad as they thought it was. That's how we get through there, by the way. That button opens that grate, but if you press it and run down, you can't get there in time because it closes too quickly. But if you do it, if you shoot a disc and press it, that's how you can get down in time. I like how Double H jumps into the hovercraft before you, you know, when you're running down the ladder. Normally running down the ramp. Normally he would get in behind you, but he sees you running and he's like, "Oh, I'll get in now before you reach it." Considering the North is now free of White Walkers, couldn't they have had a monarch below the wall and one beyond the wall? Well, I suppose, but the people beyond the wall are the free folk, aren't they? I don't think they would like it very much. Might come across as a bit colonialist to just march into the north of the wall and say, "Ha, we're going to install a king now." Be quite a British thing to do, I think. Right, so I'm going to hop up here. How do I do it? Do I have to go this way? So to answer your question, am I a House of the Dragon fan? I enjoyed Game of Thrones, and I disliked it less than other people did at the end. So I'm sure I would enjoy House of the Dragon, but I've just not been watching it yet. I've not given it a go. Cast looks good. The effects look good. I mean, Game of Thrones as well, though. I didn't start watching that until about season 4 or 5. Obviously, I watched the whole thing. I don't mean I just picked it up, but yeah. Shut the fire off. Take a picture of this little flame critter.
Splendid picture.
Thanks. Yeah, the 11th Doctor is there. I know, Matt Smith is in it. So yeah, I'm sure one day... Double H, will you press the button, please? Thank you. I'm sure one day I'll give it a go and I'll enjoy it a lot. But for now, I feel like I've not got the time. I've barely even got time to play video games, which is kind of my job. So, you know, to take up any of that time with... And I watch other shows as well. You know, the time that I do dedicate to watching shows versus playing video games, I really have to be quite selective with what I want to watch. So obviously I watch my Star Wars shows when they're on. Am I just dropping down in here? Is that what's going on? Got him. So now I've opened this from the inside. Double H can come through here. Over here, Double H. In fact, if I just run back in, he should probably join me now, I think. Is that how it's going to work? Yes, there we go. And then we can push this together.
The 1, 2, 3, push! Basic exercises, page 2.
I forgot. He doesn't say that all the time, but sometimes he will. It's in Carlson and Peters on page 2. Push. I'd love to... Like, if they did a ridiculously expensive collector's edition with a copy of a full written copy, all 300 plus pages. In fact, no, it's over 800 pages long, I think. Carlson and Peters. Because Don't Break Up the Team is Carlson and Peters page 823. So, a 900-page document, military manual. Oh no. God heard us.
Nothing.
Okay.
Brilliant. So there's a little critter here. Yeah, I'd buy a 900-page Carlson and Peters military manual, and then it could get leaked on the internet, as all good military manuals do.
Great, I can start a backup.
TP, what do you think of Crash 4? I'm loving playing it currently and not understanding the dislike I see online. See, I've only become aware of a weird kind of dislike of Crash 4 quite recently. I don't get it either. It's very, like, to 100% it, it's very, very difficult. It should not be as hard as it is. You know, to get the insanely perfect medal things and the platinum relics and get all the boxes, and, you know, some of them are hidden in really stupid places. Like, there are aspects of it that are too difficult. And the last few levels, even just the actual platforming gets really tough. So I do think it should have been a bit easier. Maybe not like a lot easier, but just a bit easier. But other than that, I think it's great. I think the art design's great. I think the music is top notch. The offbeat level, the one that's set in, is it Mardi? I always forget. It's Mardi Gras, isn't it? Yeah, it's in like New Orleans, or that area, kind of a Mardi Gras thing. Because some people talk about it being the Day of the Dead festival, which I don't think it is. I think it's just incidentally undead themed, but I forget. But yeah, because it's like set in the bayou, isn't it? So it's New Orleans. That level, I think, is really, really cool. I love how all the obstacles are set to the beat, and the music track is brilliant. So, yeah. Anyway, Double H, press this button for me.
Okay.
I can't press it because I need to be using my camera to take a photo of this thing.
It's going very well. Good hunting.
Anything in there? Just some K-Bups and Starcos. I think I'm alright. I've got 10 K-Bups. Right, here we go. Depending on what you're fighting, Double H will do different super actions. He'll do the hammer with creatures like that, but if you're fighting guards and you do the super action, he'll try and charge into their tank on the back. Never really thought about that before, but I went for it, but like Peter said, once I got to the insanely perfect relics, I kind of gave up. Yeah. Oh yeah, they are relics, aren't they? Oh, there's a pearl here. Yeah, aside from the difficulty, I think it's really good. Right, so I've now got an extra key which I can give to Double H because I've got 2 square keys now, or two triangular keys. Yeah. So I can tell him to come and press this.
I'm going to need a special key, Miss Jade.
You've got it.
Okay.
Right.
Piece of cake, after all.
Mm-hmm.
At officers' school, we do that in the 3rd year.
Officers' school. So
if it's of any help, our armors are capable of resisting against their lasers.
it's a shame there's no lip sync when it's you know, the sort of in-game voice acting like that, but never mind. So Double H can just wander right through this. Push the button for me, but it's on a timer, so I have to be quick. Yeah, I did a full playthrough of it. It's on the VODs channel. A new mod has been released recently, like a community mod, which basically just makes it easier. It drops a lot of the requirements for gems. It doesn't require you to do any inverted mode replays. I liked the inverted mode for the most part. Well, I liked the idea of it, but when I started actually playing it, I realised, oh, it's the same filter applied to every level within a certain area. I thought each one would have a different thing, and I was really intrigued to be like, oh wow.
We'll arrive in the central hall. Go take the picture for the report. I'll stay here and keep an eye out.
I was thinking, oh wow, what kind of different interesting things are going to be in each level? But like, actually, if you think about it, there's only, you know, half a dozen maybe different inverted mode filters that apply to each level set, which is a bit of a shame. You know, and at that point, it's like there's not even the novelty of like a new filter each time, so it just becomes kind of busy work to replay them all. So I don't know. They shouldn't have had extra gems as a requirement there, or it should have just been like play through the level once in inverted mode and you get the inverted gem. There shouldn't be a pack of like 5 or 6 extra gems to find. I don't think. Right, we can do a little timing thing here. Nice. Get him, Double H. Cool. Well, that's that. Bonk. Oh, a core challenge has been completed with my Ubisoft Connect account. Fantastic. I've earned some units. Very difficult to disable those overlays. I've not quite worked out how to do it, which is awful. Hate that. I've never ever seen them before in a game that I've been playing through. Might be because I hardly play any Ubisoft games, or it might be because it's a kind of a semi-new feature. I don't know. But yeah, here's the first photo for the report. We've got 3 to take. That's a goat man being taken onto a shuttle, I think, with the Alpha Sections logo right above it. I mean, at least put the DOMS logo above it, you know what I mean? Oh, are they all in barcode clothes? Because they've been processed. I thought that first photo I took was just that's what the jumper he was wearing, but I think they're all wearing one. Oh.
Page had to go through all that. I hope he survived.
He's alive, Miss Jade. They're very careful about keeping them that way.
Gross. I don't like to mention other channels in chat, but former Watch This Game Means to Me guest Caddy did a great video on Crash 4. Caddy does great videos on all the Crash stuff. In fact, he does Bandicoot month, doesn't he? Is that June or July every year? He does a whole month of Crash-related content, which is well worth a watch. And yeah, he came and did a What This Game Means to Me for us. It was Bloodborne, wasn't it? I think was his choice. No, I'm going the wrong way.
If you can't go through the door, go around it. Paulson and Peters, Opus 4.
Indeed.
Bravo, Miss Jade.
Right, so that was just the first of 3 photos. Remember, we got the hovercraft through here. We've not even been all the way around that corner. That's just the first stop. And then you carry on into the rest of the slaughterhouse. That's a Buick from Joe T or Joette 1118. 59 months on a 15-month streak. Let's go Beyond Good and Evil Classic. Indeed. Look at these guys. Look at the eyes on them. Creepy critters. Right, so one photo is up this bone ramp thing. Dock here. I think this is a fairly short one, actually. In we go. The north wing. Relatively short, I think. So, as is the case with all of these segments now, or both of these segments, we split up.
We'll meet up further on.
10-4. Sometimes you have to break up the team. Carlson and Peters, page 824.
Which is one page after 823, where it says DBUTT, debut, don't break up the team. So, you know, contradicting themselves there. We have a new type of enemy here, which admittedly we don't meet very often, but it's an Alpha Sections guard who has no air tank on the back. So you can't kill him, you can't disable him through normal means. However, you can do that kind of thing. So there'll be a couple of instances where we can take them out that way, but also a few instances where you can't take them out at all and you simply have to avoid them. Sneaky sneaky. I do really like this new outfit from Jade. It makes her like classic default outfit look borderline formal. You know, I mean, obviously not, because she's wearing a half shirt like Ashton Matthews, and I would never describe Ashton Matthews as formal. But you know, it's just like this is proper adventure gear. Maybe not the baggy trousers, because might get caught in some kind of hazard, but I think it's great. Should we put red Jade on for now? Just for a bit of variety? This is what she was originally going to look like at one point. It was never that like this was firmly, this is definitely what we're going to do, but it was a version that they came up with. Right, so lots of guards here.
Yeah. Happy 420 BBBB blazed my dude's
It's
Lord
420,
16
guys.
dab. Since TP has been working his garden, here are some gardening jokes.
Excellent.
Why did the gardener plant a light bulb? He wanted to grow a power plant. Ha ha ha. Where do gardeners sleep? In the flower bed. Hi-e. Why was the gardener so embarrassed? Because he wet his plants. Ho ho ho. Did you hear about the gardener who went crazy? He was hearing voices in his shed. Ha
Oh, for God's sake.
Why did the vegetable gardener quit? His salary wasn't high enough. Hi-hoo.
His celery wasn't. Why did the vegetable gardener quit? Celery. His salary. Yeah. Good. It's
Yeah.
420, everyone. Blaze it.
B Carlson B Peters B Jade B double H B Pearls B hovercraft riding in the sea blazed.
Just noticed that the alerts icon just completely covers my face because I moved the face cam over to the left, didn't I, on the previous stream, so that you can see my email alerts in this game. Whatever. If you want a bit of brief respite from my face, you have to give 100 bits or subscribe, just like that. Hello? I'm like Mike Wazowski down here. Thank you to Steven Skodes for blazing it. And thank you also to Zalimp D Nabi. How does that break up in Z Limp D Nabi? I'm probably missing something there, but yes, thank you for that. For subscribing for 4 months. I don't usually catch a stream as they usually start at 2 a.m. for me, but I watch every VOD. Thanks for all the team does. Well, thank you very much for subscribing, despite the fact that you can't catch us live. That really does mean a lot. In fact, the hype train is close, although it's just gone. It's just left the station. Cool. Mr. Dog seemed to completely freeze the stream for me. I gather he didn't for anyone else. Must not like me. Oh dear. Whoops. I forgot to press the duck button when I hit resume. But that was a good... Oh. My outfit has changed back because it auto-saved. These things, it's a good demonstration of this. This is basically an insta-kill laser. If the alarm is raised, this will shoot you immediately. So basically just creates areas in the game where you just have to not raise the alarm. Look, these guys have no air tank on their backs, therefore can't be killed. There we go. This is where I would type in !VODs, but Streamlabs is off work today. Oh, really? I wonder if it's just... Sometimes it just switches itself off. I wonder if I can... let's see. CloudBot. Yeah, it's just turned off. Just does that sometimes. Should now work. Or, you might have to give it 10 seconds, but that's good. We love it. We love to see it. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So we need a fuse for this door, or for this lift, or rail cart, or whatever it is. The fuse is down there, but we can't grab it because it's electrified, so we have to kick the power off here. And then run. And dodge these obstacles, and grab it, and the power comes back on. Pop it in. It immediately turned itself back off. Still not working, is it? Oh, it actually has done. It is off again, I think. Do I have to hit save? Turn it on. And I hit refresh. Okay, I think it is now on. It's on, okay. I think I mashed the button and I may have turned it back off again or something. Thanks for bearing with. Oh yeah, these are patchy. They're patchy pants, aren't they? I thought they were holy pants. Again, much like Ashton Matthews wears. But look, there's a little stitch mark going down that thing. So unless she's stitched into her own leg, I think they're just patches. Oh, hello. It's a cow trouser. A cowser. Push button. Grab some snacks. Imagine if Beyond Good and Evil was like an absolutely huge blockbuster franchise that, like, you know, it was up there with your GTAs or your, I don't know, your Last of Us's.
Unmarked shuttles. That's how they transport the victims.
And they did like huge high budget PR events that I could go to. And they like served you Starcos and K-Bops at the table. And bottles of whatever it is that they call rum in Moe's in the Yakuda bar. I've forgotten. It's like Scrum or something. I can't remember. Ashton offhand has a full Jade cosplay just in her normal clothing. She does. She actually does. Right, so this is where I just was, but now I've opened a door to get around. But that laser gate you can't turn off. You have to go in through there, which was back in that room where I just was. There's a bloke walking up and down here. Gotta wait for him to come back, and then I think I should be able to sneak in. Nah, you saw nothing, it's alright. Pearls, we need those. But then in that universe, Peter would be complaining about the forced edginess of Beyond Good and Evil 7. Oh, I would, yeah. I'd have gone right off it already. I'd say, it's not like the old game, where you used to be able to wear the cow pants. I've not been through here yet, actually, and I think this is... Oh, no. Yes, this way. I think this is just a little side... Oops. Oh, hello. Demand zone clearing authorization. Or not? No? No. Oh, you can't... That's weird. You can't go into your camera while you're... Oh, he's just destroyed all the mines for me. That was handy. He ran across this area and blew up all the mines. Oh, they're destroying them all for me. Very handy. This thing... I can't remember if it... I think it'll hurt me if I stand in the beam. Yeah, if I'm crouching and I hit camera, it does this. It sort of backs out of the camera. But if I'm in camera mode and crouch, I can do that. Just a bit odd. There's a little PA1. And the Dark reboot where they completely change how the characters look. Oh yeah, I mean, it would be terrible. I don't want to see that at all. I'm glad it's not super mainstream. Just want to go to a nice PR event, you know. Can I stick my hand in the fan? No. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, that was that. Now we go back to where we were. Hello, boys. Okay, what's going on in here? Oh yeah, we kick the power off. There's a cable running through there, which goes into the next room, which has a fuse in it. So I need a fuse, or I need to take the fuse out, I think, to power this down. That fuse there, but you can't kick off. You can't get the fuse when it's lit without destroying that, but then the door doesn't open. So of course, as you've definitely noticed, because you're all video gamers and saw the solution, you just roll through here. And then you get electrocuted if you touch it, which I'm not going to do. Ah. Peter would be complaining about the casting for Jade in the live-action movie. Yeah, I would. I'd be like, huh? What? Why have they cast? Who can I see them casting as a sort of a strange casting for? Don't know. Depends when we're talking. If it was now or if it was like 10, 15 years ago. Angelina Jolie, maybe. She played Tomb Raider. She did Lara Croft, didn't she, in Tomb Raider? Emma Stone as Jade. Chris Pratt as Jade. It's a me, Jade. Right, there's a bloke up there who I don't think can see through glass, which is handy. I think what I can do, actually. There was a mechanic once upon a time where you could psst in this game. In an early version. Oh! Someone in here. Oh my god. Britney Spears would sing the Beyond Good and Evil theme song. Yeah, maybe. Megan Fox as Jade. Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
Bravo, Jade.
Here we go. Theme song. What I've Done. I don't know what that is. Granddad here doesn't know what. Oh, hello, he's back. If it was done now, I can see them casting. Who would they cast? Like, if it. You know, some of these are. Yeah, if they made the movie back in like 2005 or whenever it was, but. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is Jade. Hello. Here we go. Right. Daphne Keane would be a fantastic Jade. See, I don't know who some of these people are, because and that's not even me being an old granddad. It's me just being Peter Austin and not knowing stuff. Daphne Keane. I can see that. Oh yeah, who played? Yeah. Yeah, she would actually. That's a really good shout. Because it would have to be someone quite young. I think Jade's only going to be in her like early 20s or something. Daphne Keane is an excellent fan casting. Danny DeVito as Paige. Oh my god, perfect. I'm sprinting around the place, setting off all the guards. Oh, and that's not ideal in this room because this is quite reliant on the exact cycles. I think they do sort of reset their cycles. Like one guard will wait until the other guard gets to where he's supposed to be in the cycle that they have quite often, which is good. But I don't know. Well, there's no laser in here, which is good. So here's the new ability I've got. You can't really see it, but I'm shooting off all these little projectiles, yeah, and see, you know, if you're lucky, they'll go around the back of guards and they'll hit his air tank. So actually it's pretty OP, and that is why I purchased it. I'm in a room here with 3 guards, and I made very short work of it. So if you're struggling to get past certain guards in this game and you've not bought the super power-up upgrade or whatever it's called, supercharge something or other, from Ming Tzu's, try that. I think it's quite pricey, but you know, you can farm money in this game fairly easily.
Double H, I've covered the entire section over there. There are guards everywhere.
You were able to slip in. Let's keep going. I think we're almost there.
So he's come out of down there, but we're going this way now. to the central hall to take our next photo. Basically, they have you both walking along in parallel, doing your own, he's off on his own adventures, and then you hook back up right at the end when you take the photo. It's just to stop you having Double H accompany you for all of these little bits of stealth and, puzzles and things.
That's where the victims transit through. Go ahead, I'll cover your back. Don't forget to take a picture.
Yeah, Daphne Keene's great. I don't know her in that much stuff, but again, as most of my points of reference are, she was in the most recent Star Wars show, and I think she was one of the better parts of that. I wasn't a huge fan of the Acolyte, but I really liked her character and her performance. Oh, I just told him to bonk, and I think he just bonked against a bit of geometry or something. And basically just alerted all the guards. Oh god, yeah, see that didn't go well. I liked the Acolyte. Which one was she? What was she called? She was the sort of the Jedi Padawan. The alien one, the non-human character. There weren't a lot of those in that show, unfortunately. Right, let's do it better this time, Double H. No, he's doing it again. He's hit that corner. There we go. Let's send some of those out. Okay, I got that guy. Can I get him? Got him.
Yes, sir.
Jackie, says Dr. Mundy. I think that might be her name. Right. So here's a shuttle coming in from the Nutripills factory. Oh, and there's people in the boxes. Horrid. Nobody knows anything. That's horrible. The third observation point, Miss Jade. Get to the third observation point. I will. In fact, is there anything over at the end of it? Oh god. Anything over here? No. So, obviously I know where all these are, but if you go to your map and say report, I think it'll normally show you where you need to get to take the photos. Yeah, there you go. Like that's one there. That little exclamation mark point. I could see Jenna Ortega being Jade. Yeah, maybe so. She does everything these days, says Forgotten Media, which is true. Yeah.
Jade.
I think she's, she's talented, but she is just a bit sort of overcast. But yeah, she's probably cast a bit too much. I mean, if she's talented, she's talented. Same with, Chris Pratt. He's not a bad actor. You just see a lot of him at the moment. And, it's a little bit like that with... I mean, not so much with casting, but just sort of generally. I think, like, Zendaya, you see everywhere in, like, she's just so much advertising now. And, hey, you got to make a living. And, if you've developed a kind of a reputation of, being kind of aspirational and you can get a lot of ad jobs, do appearances at things and get invited to all the events, then, you go, girl. But you see an awful lot of her. Anna Taylor-Joy is all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, cloudy, overcast, cloudy. That's what Jenna Ortega is. Grey skies. No, she's good. I liked her in there. I think the first thing I saw her in was You. And I was like really impressed with just how she. I mean, maybe she's older. I mean, I think she's older than the character she played, but you know, she's still a young actress comparatively, and I was like pretty impressed with.
A set of pods completely restores your vehicle's energy.
With what she did in that show. And if it had been made in the last 10 years, they'd find a way to get either Josh Gad or James Corden in it. Oh my god. Yeah, James Corden is Double H. Oh, who played Double H? I don't know. That's a hard one to fill. I like how I've got him in his Alpha Section armor as though he's trying to do a disguise here. I think you can get him, not that you need to. Actually, no, it's fine. I was going to say I think you can get him to turn this laser off, but you can just walk around it. It's possible, or it was in the original version of this game, to... I don't know why this exists, but you can obviously kick that out. You can save the game here.
Can I help you?
But you get stuck here. But he says, "Can I help you?" And you can just get him to bonk that. But it was possible to load up your save and for Double H to not be in this room, and so you would be stuck behind that electric gate permanently, which is a bad thing. Don't know if that can still occur in this game. Probably.
I'm going to explore the sector over there. We'll follow each other in parallel. Be careful.
Yeah, a soft lock. Oh, James Corden would play Jade, yeah. Oh, he could play Secundo. Simon Miller as Double H. Hey, he could probably do it quite well. One thing about Double H is, he always tries to stay positive, you know? There's a moment later on in the game where Jade kind of gives up hope. But Double H / Simon Miller would say, "Jade, you know what? We've got to keep fighting. For the kids from the lighthouse, you know? Because the Doms are bad. And bad is not good. Unless it is. In which case, that's fine. And that's the feeling Beyond Good and Evil gives you. Your mum can play it. Your dad can play it. Even your nan can play it. I mean, not immediately. You'd have to learn the controls first. It's not like when you're an astronaut, day one, they send you into space. Or something like that. I don't know exactly what the thing is. Oh, there's Double H.
I heard them say they were waiting for a shipment of cases. We're on the right track.
Huh. Unhook. You can actually, even when he's facing forward, you can sneak through there and he can't see you. But it's been so long since TP is one of the rhinos in Mama Goes. Yeah, doing the Jamaican accent.
Oh! I saw something! Alert!
He saw me. It's alright though. False alarm. It's alright. It's been so long since I watched the Simon Miller video. I don't know what he's doing now. I'm not like up on my rassles, so I'm not the person to ask. But I believe he is doing reasonably well in the wrestling scene. I don't know how. I'm not smart enough to know. To even know, for a start, what he's actually doing and who he's wrestling for, or how prestigious said company is, or said promotion, or whatever. Yeah, last I heard, he was doing good stuff in UK wrestling and maybe beyond UK? I don't know. But he's certainly, yes, Plushy Labs, he's being positive and having a great time. I did speak to him recently, actually, but not about wrestling. Oh man, that was really bad. I tried to roll and I dived instead. Oh no. Death. I met him last year at a local event. Such a lovely man. I talked to him about Salmon Miller. Oh no. When I say oh no, I don't mean that's not based on like some knowledge that I have that he hates Salmon Miller, because he doesn't. I'm not sure if he was even aware of Salmon Miller before you let him know. But yeah, just it's more an embarrassment of the kind of stuff we have led him to be subjected to, or kind of the punchline of, because of our silly stuff. Although when I spoke to him recently, he did. Oh. Let's heat the cave ups then if we're going to have a fight. He did say something about, oh yeah, hopefully we'll be... Oh, that was why I spoke to him. It was before we went to EGX. I messaged him to say, oh, I don't suppose you're going to be there covering an event, because he used to do hosting for like... He did Final Fantasy Tactics once or something. I don't know if it was Tactics. And, you know, that would be the time when we would tend to run into him, because, you know, being up in Newcastle, you don't tend to see a lot of these people a lot of the time, because they're down in London or whatever, or, you know. So I messaged him saying, hey, if you're going to be there, let me know. And he was like, oh, sadly, not, but, you know, how are things, and so on. And he said, hopefully we will be able to get together at an event soon, and do some silly stuff or something like that. Like, you know, he very much implied that he's on board with all the ridiculousness that we ask him to do. It's a bit of an enclosed room to be doing my my projectiles, but now that I've just got the one guy, it should be alright. There we go. He loves being a part of TripleJump things in a way. He said so. In that way, he said so himself. Yeah, I think so. Some people would say so themselves and not mean it, though. That's the thing. Whereas I think he genuinely does. Lovely man. Again, look, here's that sense of scale. We're at this little window, and there's our great big hovercraft. And look how big those mines are. So normally there's a guard standing at this door, but because I had that altercation, he came to help, so he's gone. It's been so long since you and Ben have worked with him, it's a testament to how lovely and positive he is that he's still referenced. I know, yeah, it's been ages. Years and years. I think he did a... Did he do a What It Means to Me for us? He's the kind of person we would have asked, but maybe he was a bit busy. But I'm sure if he was free to do one, and we asked him, then he definitely would have done. But, right, yeah, so for the fuse, for this, I need to... I don't have one, do I? No. Hang on, I'm a bit all... I've done this as a bit out of sequence here. There's another lift puzzle where there's a box on the lift, which is different to the one... In fact, do I have to... Did I die? Do I have to do it again? Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing here is, if you hadn't noticed, that you come down here and you're trying to get this fuse. That's the whole reason this room exists. I did this earlier, but I have to do it again because I died and I restarted. So you kick the box out, take the fuse off, and you're like, ha, great. But then you've powered down...
No juice.
There's no juice. So you have to put the... Oops. You have to put the thing back in to get up, but then it's like, well, how do I get down, take the fuse out and get back up? Well, it's easy. You push this onto here, as you saw me do earlier. But, you know, I'm sort of going through some of these puzzles with tunnel vision, and I'm not really showing you what I'm actually doing to... oh, I nearly took it then. Fine. with my hand in the electrics. Quadruple jump when? Oh, he'd be a great 4th jump, but as I say, I believe he's doing great things in the world of wrestling, so, and I think that might be kind of... I do not speak for Simon Miller, but I think I remember him saying on something somewhere that is like, you know, it's been a big aspiration of his, and, you know, arguably he's happier doing that than he was doing video game stuff, which I'm sure he also enjoyed immensely, but that might not be right. Maybe he enjoys them equally and wouldn't mind going back to video game stuff instead, but my understanding is he's having a lovely time doing his wrestling. It's something he's always wanted to do, and he's gonna carry on doing that and have a great time with it, I'm sure. If Simon's happy, we're happy, says Cooley Woolly. That is right. And that's how to keep Simon happy, I think, is by you being happy. Simon's happy when other people are happy. That's just the kind of guy he is. Right, I got my PA1. What do I do with that? I'm going to come back here. Carry on with the reporting. Ah, right. Turn that off. Double H. Let me guess. Double H returns at this point. No? Yes? Ah, here's another one of these. Kick that off. Drop down. There's already a box on this one. Oh my god.
See anything yet?
Negative. Nothing compromising anyway. Have to find a passage to the central hall.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Gets a bit framey when these explosions happen, doesn't it? It's a pretty steady frame rate, this game, for the most part, but there's like 2 occasions. There's this bit, and then there's one other bit that consistently gets slightly juddery, like a single moment. I can't think where it is, but right, this is a bit of a fight here. Goes on a while. Look out, Miss Jade. And I don't think there's certain enemies that are kind of strong and weak to certain attacks, like
Respect the home team, chapter 12. Awaiting your orders, Miss Jade.
Like these ones, you can do the superpower attack on them, and I think it does just kill them, but some enemies, you know, less so.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there's loads of them.
My respects, Miss Jade. Good teamwork.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see Simon Miller as Jade. Hey, that'd be great. Right, so we want to go up here. We can't do while it's electrified, but this boy can bonk it for us.
You'll come out in the central hall. We'll meet up later. Good luck.
Just a brief moment there with Double H. We split up again now. Not for long. Right. It would be enough to just get audio recordings of Alpha Section's announcements in the slaughterhouse of "Don't stop the delivery by under any circumstances by order of the Dom's High Command." I think that's pretty incriminating, isn't it? Who needs photos of dead bodies when you've got a guy on the tannoy saying, "Hey, the Dom's High Priest has been on the phone and he says, can you kill more Hylians, please?" Right, we got this boy. We should be able to... Oops. he goes. Press the button. And there's one more of those, and then that's it. It's photo time. Prepare the bodies. Oh, the triple kick. Team triple kick. I'll just get a Starkos, that's all I need. I've got a lot of money on this playthrough for some reason. I don't know quite what I've been doing to save all this cash. Oh. Nah, nothing. Must have been the wind. Audio can be doctored. Well, so can photos. That's what they actually say when... I'll go on. Oh! There he goes. When you publish Iris reports, sometimes you get an email that goes out to all the Hillians from the Hillian Word saying, the photos in the latest issue of Iris are nothing more but elaborate fakes. So, yeah, I guess anything can be doctored. Right, need to pop a fuse in there, which I get from there. But that is the photo that I need. Literally, cases of Dom's sarcophagus monsters. Oops. With the Alpha Section logo in front of them.
Command, don't clear authorization. Accorded.
Oh! That was a close one.
Hey, you all right? Ow!
Got my fuse. Some people don't know about this. They take the photo from here, which you can do, but you can actually drop down here, get some money, and take the photo super close up. Publish it to the governor.
Your report is incredible, Shawnee. We'll print the Iris 514 right away. I'll send it to the governor. She'll accept to help you again.
Which we'll need her to do when we, on our way out, the code for the exit gate. There we go. So there we go, that's the final photo for the slaughterhouses. Pop the fuse in here. Pup Wheelie subscribed for 52 months on a 51-month streak. Here we go.
Shawnee, Double H, we've received your pictures. You've done an exceptional job. Meet us back you know where as soon as you can.
The Akuta Bar. We'll just get there in time for the thumbnail of today's stream to make sense. I'll just be able to play that cutscene. You think really all our photos can put a stop to this? It's the only solution. But for now, we must leave here and rejoin the team. I think he needs a Starkos.
Here.
Oh, gulp. So, back this way. To the interior moats. Into the hovercraft, and now we can leave. Look at me go. Pro skills. Didn't have to shoot a single one.
The Alpha sections and the DOMs behind the kidnappings. Exclusive report in issue number 514 from Iris.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So if we go to Ming-Su's shop now, we'll be able to get a copy of Iris 514 and see our photos in action. Right, so come round this way. Bonk. Oh God. And then take the photo.
We're on the right track. Exit isn't far.
That's in the slaughterhouse district, right? Okay, we'll figure it out. Be careful.
Dunlocky, 37 months. Thank you very much indeed for subscribing.
We went as fast as we could.
H4S6.
The governor's taking a lot of risks by helping us. I hope we can pay her back one day.
I hope so too. But for the time being, we have to get back to Iris. We need to bring the team up to date.
We do. So the way out is, look at this as well. I bet that's an old bit of cut content too. This way. Oops. Now you may notice that normally when we buy a new piece of kit for the hovercraft, there's almost always a DOMS invasion immediately after leaving the Mamago garage, but we didn't get that on this occasion. But instead you get it when leaving the slaughterhouse. Just to mix it up a bit. I guess it was becoming a bit predictable that there are constant...
Hiya, Jade. If you're interested, I'll put a new pearl up for grabs. You'll never get this one, though. I've been practicing day and night. You ain't getting even one disc through.
More disc game. Little old style smiley there. Colon, hyphen, close parenthesis. Hey, Jade. If you're interested, you can put a new pearl up for grabs. Right, full alert.
Full alert. Full alert. Shields up. Activate the protective barrier.
Here it comes. And this one hangs around by the laser gate and keeps crossing it. Basically just to kind of challenge you to fight a monster while using your jump ability. That's the whole idea, really.
I won't let him out of my sight.
See how he's crossing the laser there? So I need to sort of fight him and jump at the same time.
Hey, he won't stop wiggling around.
Don't stop wiggling around, guys.
We're gonna get him if it kills us. Okay, I've got a vision.
Got him. Another pearl. The game turns into Pearl Hunt in a moment. We'll go and hand in our quest with Iris, and then we basically need to get 20 pearls for a flight stabilizer and a further 25 pearls for a stellar motor to go into space. Obviously, oh no, there's a boat going through the wall there. Obviously, Iris are about to give us a whole load of Hylian donation pearls, as we've had from previous missions. So that'll get us most of the way there. But yeah, you have to go and get enough pearls to upgrade the Beluga so that you can... Oh, look at that ship flying away. Little Dom's ship leaving. So, let's go hand this in. See what happens. As you'll see, because Iris 514 has gone out, we have further protesting from the Hylians.
Alpha Section's murderers! Alpha Section's murderers!
Rise, Hellions! Everyone with Iris! Rise!
And look here.
Everyone with Iris!
Hey Babacar, have you left the garage? Yo Jade, I say in my very English accent, the garage doesn't matter. It's saving the Hylian way of life that matters now. Safe and sound in its shell, the precious pearl is the slave of the current. Good work, Jade. Thanks to you, things are going to start changing. People will soon be ready to face the Alpha sections. One of the Mamago rhinos was part of Jade's parents or family or Paige's space pirate crew in Beyond Good and Evil 2, which hasn't happened yet. But I don't think it's that one. I think it's the guy who stands by all the actual item dispenser things. I don't know which one that is. Right. Into Iris. Let's put our proper outfits back on.
Ah, Jade, Double H, perfect timing. We've been waiting for you. There's someone here that would very much like to meet you. Governor, please allow me to introduce you to our...
Yes, we already know each other. Through email.
Your help has been a great service to us, Governor.
Without those codes, we wouldn't have been able to do anything.
I am overjoyed to finally be able to meet you face to face, Jade. Your reports have had a large impact on the population. Just a little more effort, and I'm sure we'll be able to count on the support of all Hylians to rid our planet of the Alpha sections and the DOMs. Here, this will be useful in continuing your fight.
Starkey.
Thank you. This will help us find those that have disappeared, if it isn't already too late.
Bravo, Yid.
Mr. Starkey.
The chief, he's alive. It's incredible.
Your chief? Had he disappeared?
Taken by the Alpha sections. We haven't heard anything from him for weeks.
Wild boar calling Iris. Wild boar calling Iris.
Hey, that's my uncle. Paige!
Wild Boar is his code name.
Our chief?
He communicates with you by radio?
Security measure. Until now, nobody knew his real identity.
Paige, is that you?
He can't hear you, Jade. Quiet, everyone. He'll call back. Don't make a sound.
Wild boar calling Iris. I don't have much time. They're everywhere. They've taken me to the moon. Here are my instructions. Get this message to Jade, your new reporter. Read the M disc that I gave you and find the ship.
Done it.
Read the M disc and find it. They're coming.
He gave you an M disc?
Just before they kidnapped him.
Listen, Jade. This ship is essential. It's the missing element from our plan. If you find it, we have a chance to succeed. Paige is being held prisoner on the moon, probably with the other victims. You have to go there. Nino has a plan. Here's what we'll do.
They use a long-range transmitter to broadcast their propaganda from the moon. We can strike them where it hurts by broadcasting your reports on their own screens using this long-range transmitter.
That's an excellent plan. You find Paige's ship. You go to the moon. You wrap up your report. You take control of the transmitter. You broadcast the report. The population rises up.
And that's the end of the Alpha sections.
What does Carlson and Peters think?
They say that it would be suicide. But I say, when the going gets tough...
Yes, Double H. And then his helmet is immediately off again. It just was for effect. Do you have any information on the lunar base? We're stuck on the ground. Do you know about these star keys? Affirmative, property of the Alpha sections. The governor must have taken a lot of risks to get hold of one. It will come in handy. I located a star switch in the Fountain Square. Cool. Let's grab these pearls. Got about 30 now, I think. 26. It's more than enough for the flight stabilizer, so we can at least take off in the Beluga locally. We can't get to space yet, but hey. He seemed to be very weak. In any case, he's alive, and maybe the others are too. We have to work fast. Do you know why Paige was hiding his shit? If you ask me, he was probably trying to lie low until the Alpha sections forgot about him, but I'm sure he kept it close by. He probably passed it 1,000,000 times without even knowing it. Did you know Paige was chief of Iris? None of us knew it, Jade. He never stepped foot inside here. He would always transmit from a secret hideout. Paige, the chief of the Iris network. Don't hold it against him, Jade. He wanted to keep you safe. Cool. Email.
Jade, I just got my order in. They've only given me one flight stabilizer, man. I'll put it aside for you. I hope that'll be enough for you. See you soon.
I have never ever heard that email before because I've never tried to buy it from Mama Goes when it's not available and had him say, I'll send you an email. That's quite something, that one, isn't it? Also one from the Hylian Word.
The Iris Network terrorists have been spreading slander against the Alpha sections. The so-called photographic evidence that have been appearing in their underground newsletter are nothing more than elaborate fakes.
It's true. So I'm going to run... Double H, please. Please. Thank you. I'm going to run out to Ming Tzu's.
I already saw a star switch, east to district, behind the fountain.
Quite the combination of accents there, said Mr. Black. Jamaican me crazy, man. Yeah, it was a bit Irish in places, wasn't it? Have I done... I forget all of these things I have and haven't done.
Don't break up the team. Carlson and Peters, page 823.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, see, look. Cannonball the Butcher. Okay, I guess some of these races. But Rufus and Miss Seven, that's these two. Rufus and Seven. It even says 7. So there's a new Pearl available on the disc game. We don't have time for that now. It is 10 minutes past 7 p.m. So I'm literally going to run to Ming Tzu's. I'm going to save there again, as we did at the previous stream as well. And there's Nori. She's got pearls for sale. Oh, she has. She's got one there. And a PA1. Look at my massive health bar. It's because I don't share them with Double H. Right, say the password to Ming Tzu. You like haikus, do you? Well, come and see my haiku collection. On left, it's the final iris we get to actually read in this game. 514. So, we'll give it a look-see. And then at the start of the next stream, we will get the beluga up and running. And we will fly around. And we'll do the rest of the treasure hunt as well, so don't miss that. Even if you know this this game and you know the story, especially, in fact, if you know the story, because perhaps that is enough to make you want to find out more about Beyond Good and Evil 2, which we will learn about as we do the treasure hunt next week. But here's Iris 514.
Iris 514.
See you later, Batman fan Drew. Don't worry about it.
A report from our special correspondent, Shawnee. We now know even more about the extensive kidnappings that have been striking the Hylian population.
That's my photo.
We now know the victims are sent through the old slaughterhouses under the supervision of the Alpha sections.
That's a good one, isn't it? I like that one. Good snap.
Once there, they are sealed into Dom sarcophaguses, then shipped to the moon.
That was kind of foggy, but you have to take it through the window, and they all... No matter how you take that photo, it comes out foggy. But it gives it that kind of underground, kind of, you know... undercover journalist vibe, you know, bit blurry, slight kind of Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot photo.
The Alpha sections and the Doms are annihilating the population of Hylis.
Indeed.
Once there, they are sealed in Alpha sections and...
You like haikus, huh? What a silly thing to like. Peter loves haikus. Well done. Well done, Death. Right, let's save the game. So, we've learnt about Nox today in our About Nox M-Disc. Next week, we'll learn all about the rest of the Garda crew. I think next week we'll probably end up doing the entire treasure hunt. Which is fun. Oh, there's another pearl. We've got lots of pearls available now, and we're going to need a lot of them. That man's just dropped a box off. It's gone. Right, well, there we go. Thank you, everyone, for being with me today. I've had a lovely time streaming with you, and I hope you will be with me again on Monday next week to find out what happens with the rest of this thrilling tale, if you don't already know. And if you do already know, because you're familiar with this game, but you've not played the Anniversary Edition, there will be new and exciting content for you in the form of the treasure hunt. Also, if we do the last of the hovercraft races, there's an interesting change that has been made to hovercraft race number 4. We'll talk about that next week when we do it. I'm sure we'll do it. We'll go for 100% of this game because it's not difficult to do, especially if you know what you're doing, like I do. So that's it. Yes, thank you everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Mondays and the rest of your week, And catch me on Thursday for a joint stream, Blaze It, with Ben and Ashton. We'll be playing some more of whatever the flick... Oh, actually, no. We're not going to be... We need to be playing something new, don't we? I was going to say whatever we've been flipping playing, but that was Amnesia, and we finished it. So, new game on Thursday, potentially. How exciting. Cool. Well, I'll join you for that. And as I say, enjoy the rest of your week and have a lovely rest of your day. Cool. All right then. Bye, everybody.